Hi.
Hi.
Please introduce yourself and the organization you're representing.
Okay. I'm Dolores Cantu, and I'm with CXO, and I'm representing health.
Are you a CXO Conference USA to 2026 honoree?
I am an honoree. I'm getting a leadership award today. I am so excited.
Oh, I'm so happy for
Yes,
you.
to be a Latina, almost 77 years old.
Oh, you
And
look great.
thank you. And from Texas, from a little town, girl who couldn't speak a word of English. And to be here today is like a really big deal.
Well, I'm glad you're here. How do you feel about receiving your recognitions and accomplishments?
Oh my God. It's so exciting to represent Latinas, and especially when you think of when we started, there was nothing. If women in those years couldn't have a checking account, a credit card, own a house, and for Latinas, we couldn't get jobs.
Or a voice.
Or a voice. There was no voices then. And so we couldn't even walk into a restaurant through the front door. We had to go through the back door in Texas. I'm not sure about all of the United States. So for a little girl who was driven because she couldn't speak English, and was driven because she was always picked on. And so I was always the outsider, but I was the one that was always the thinker. Was how can I get past this door? How can I, open doors? And so I was so lucky. I worked at a movie theater selling popcorn and candy, and I got my power at 14 years old. They taught me how to money management and leadership. And so then I would see all the trailers in those days. It was, Raquel Welch, Ray Moreno, and all the Latina beauties. And I just thought, I want to go to Hollywood. I was 14 years old. I said, I want to go to Hollywood, and this is the only thing I want to do is go to Hollywood.
And you made it,
And
which is a good thing,
I made it.
What advice would you give someone wanting to follow your footsteps?
What?
What advice would you give someone?
I would say to hear your own voice, to work hard, to believe in yourself. I never went to college, and so I am self-made, but I studied people. I studied people's careers. I studied how they got there. And so I think that, especially today, you have so many opportunities. And, especially you can be an online influencer. You can, make your own content. People are making their own movies today.
Oh, yeah, they are.
And people are winning awards for independent films, independent things. And never be afraid to. I've never worked for anyone. I was a stewardess for Eastern Airlines. I was the first Latina in 1970 to be a stewardess. And I didn't know that until a few years ago. And so the thing is, never be afraid to be the first.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
How was your learning and network experience being so far at the CXO 2.6 conference?
Well, I just got here, so but I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to be part of the organization and to see what I can do to help bring diversity to, and especially Latinas, to this platform. And I think it's important, especially being almost 77, and to think that I feel like I'm 50. I feel like my life is just beginning.
You look great.
Thank you.
You do.
And I think that it's that Latina blood.
It is.
But I think that people usually think that people in their 70s are like in an old age home or elderly care home, but we're not. We're alive.
Oh, yes.
Because we fought for everything, and we are still here. Look at the Jane Fondas. Look at the Rita Morenos. Look at all of these women that are in their 80s that are still going strong.
Oh, yes.
I'm here to stay.
Well, we want you to stay. Where can others reach you for collaboration?
What happened?
Where can others reach you for collaboration? Like, where they can reach out to you, like
reach out to me. All right, so I'm on Facebook, Dolores Cantu, and then Instagram, I'm Candu Management. I'm celebrating 25 years of being a talent manager, and for especially young people. And so I have a page on, and then I have a DoloresCantu.com page someone made for me. I'm all over the place. I'm famous because I'm the girl who beat up John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. The only girl who beat up John Travolta.
So you're in that movie?
I beat him up, yeah.
I'm going to go look it up.
The Puerto Rican gang goes to John Travolta and his group go to the Puerto Rican gang because they think that they beat up one of the guys, and so I'm the girl, the only girl there, and get a chair, beat him up, and so now, 40 years later, I'm still the only girl who's ever laid on top of him and beat him up.
Oh, there you go.
But I've done a lot of iconic shows. I was in Annie Hall, just a small part, but I was on Young and the Restless. I was on Dallas. I was on Falcon Crest.
Oh, wow.
I was one of the most desirable women in the world in Fantasy Island.
And you were one of the first Latinas.
And I was the
in that
first
industry,
Latina.
which is
And a lot of these, I was the first
You opened
Latina
door for
to
a
do
lot of
a lot
people.
and I belonged to an organization called Nosotros. And what we did is there wasn't any Latinos on TV. Now, I lived in New York, so I was working all the time. So when I came to LA, they told me there's no jobs for Mexicans, go back. I said, I'm not going anywhere, I'm a booker. And so I joined Nosotros. We went to Norman Lear and said, would you let us do a showcase for you? And so everybody started getting jobs. And so I feel like I've been a trailblazer and broken down barriers. I'm free to speak about women at all ages. We adopted a school, so we have a nonprofit, and 25 years ago, and nobody could speak English.
Oh, wow.
So they are all, I call them all little Doloreses.
All the
And today, they're straight A students going to college
Oh, wow.
and graduating and have occupations and families now.
That must feel good,
Oh,
to
my
help
God.
people in the community.
Oh, yeah. So I feel like little Doloreses.
Aw. Well, thank you for being with us.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.